Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to chase a sound that has arisen within the last 1,000 kilometers or so. Only is when the engine is cold, but only at idle as well. Listen to this. Once the idle drops, the sound is usually present. One easy way to find out if it's actually the one of the idler or pulleys or water pump or power steering pump, alternator, so on. One of the easy ways to find out is simply removing the belt. So that's what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna start it up again. Let's start by removing the one for the AC. There. Idler sounds fine. There's no tilting. I'm gonna try and start it up and see if the sound has disappeared. Still hear some rattling. Let's remove the other belt. All right, let's start it up again. I feel like the DISA is rattling a little. You can unhook it and see if the sound changes. Yep, the DISA is rattling a little bit, but the larger rattle, that one is actually gone. Okay, so now we only have a DISA rattle. I'll unscrew that and check the condition of it. But yeah, look at this. You hear this? This water pump needs changing. I think we're gonna have to just kind of dig into it and see what we can find of various other maintenance items that hasn't been maintained. I want to remove this. Just gives a little bit of extra room, you know. Cabin filter looks normal. It's gonna be interesting to see what we find. It's probably a bit overkill, but I always put the math in a bag so that no impurities will get to it. There. There. I'll also find that, if possible, it's a good idea to just leave the bolts and screws where they came from. That way there will be less confusion when you actually assemble everything. Probably this I'm hearing. Whoops. Is it just me, or is this pin here coming out? Is it supposed to be like that? Right there? No, it is on its way out. And when it's fully in, I can't rock with this. Okay. I'm pretty happy we took a look at it then. This could have been catastrophic. Yeah. Not good. Glad we found it. Okay. From here on out, it just kind of snowballed on me. Now the rattle is the water pump mainly, and we were lucky to catch the DISA valve just miles away from destroying my engine. But do you really just replace a water pump and a DISA valve while you're in there? No. Thermostat might as well go. And how old are the coolant pipes running under the intake? Why not replace the crankcase ventilation while you're at it? If you're familiar with old cars, you already know how this goes. Now, I don't have the best footage of this work, and there are tons of tutorials online for all of it, so I'm not gonna show much really, but there is one thing I want to show you. Something you won't find on modern engines with lots of miles on it at least. Look at how clean all the intake valves are. This is part of why I love older BMWs. Port injection just cleans the valves and the intake ports, so you never really have to fear them gunking up from whatever it is that it actually ends up depositing on the valves and so on. It's not that direct injection is bad. Obviously it has some benefits, which is why most manufacturers, if not all, use them. Electric water pumps, electric thermostat, electric steering, everything all has its merits and so on, but there's something to be said about something that is kind of more old school, yet not in the realm of carburetors and distributors. And for me, an E46 with this M54 engine kinda embodies it all. It's sophisticated, but it's not too sophisticated. From here on out, I replaced the entire cooling system and a little bit of piping and all gaskets and so on, and obviously also the thermostat, water pump, DISA valve and so on. But let's just take a quick listen to what the engine actually sounds like after all this has been replaced. Okay, so we're about ready to start up the car. I really hope the rattling is gone. The rattle again would appear once the idle has had settled. Then it will rattle a lot, and a small part of it would be the DISA valve here, which we're just about to grenade the entire engine. Luckily we caught that, but also the water pump, we've changed that, had a lot of play in it. So I'm hoping the knock is gone, but There's only really one way to find out. Okay, so this is what the engine sounds like now. A lot better. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but the big rattle coming from the water pump, that one is actually gone, and the rattle from the DISA valve is entirely gone as well. So success. Be sure to check your DISA valve if you have any rattle at all. I was pretty lucky to catch it in time. I don't know, maybe 1,000 kilometers or so ago. There were no noise at all, maybe even only 500 kilometers or so, and I have actually had the DISA valve out, and there were nothing wrong with it, and even tested it with INPET to see if it works, and it did work, but nevertheless it was merely moments away from sucking in that pin into the engine and destroying the entire engine in the process, or at least one cylinder that would then require a rebuild of the entire engine. So be sure to check up on that once in a while. If you do have a rattle, make sure it's not the DISA. I hope you found this video anyway helpful or interesting, and if you did, please consider liking or subscribing. I hope you have a nice day. Bye.